UFC 262, Houston, Texas. We got Michael Chandler fighting in his second UFC fight for the lightweight gold against Charles Oliveira, a guy, it's literally the least deserving guy in the division. It's the most deserving guy in the division.
The least deserving guy in the division.
At least in the top five. In the top five. How is he even in the top five?
Sure. Hey, I'm not going to argue with you there.
But anyways, the pick here is definitely, and the way I handicap this is Charles Oliveira is going to win this fight inside the distance, but you don't even need to bet inside the distance because we're still getting like a pick'em line on Charles Oliveira right now. And if you wait just a little bit, we might get a plus money line on.
Looks
Charles
like it's
Oliveira.
coming.
Yeah,
looks like we're going to get it.
Which it's absolutely crazy to me. And
Al, where did we open up at?
We opened up with at around, what was it, like minus 145?
Oliveira minus 145?
Sorry, I have it right in front of me. Minus 178.
There you go. So that's what I'm talking about.
And my graphic here goes to last Saturday, which was minus 128. And I'm looking at it right now. He's moved even closer to plus money at minus 115. There's some books that have this straight pick 'em, minus 115, minus 115.
Wow.
It's they might like this is one where like the sharp I'll say this is the thing, right? Charles Oliveira, he doesn't have a reputation for being a brawler, but he's gotten significantly better from the days of him quitting in that fight against Max Holloway. We saw him take his best shots. We saw him take Kevin Lee's best shots. We saw him take some serious, some good shots from Tony Ferguson. This guy, he's got a chin. And as I touched on last week, like he's not going to have his hands down and be like all discombobulated like how Dan Hooker was to get himself caught with that big left that Chandler throws. And the thing about Chandler, like let's look at this honestly. Dan Hooker, a well-timed shot. And then prior to that, what was it? Benson Henderson, another well-timed shot against a guy who's probably past his prime. And then Sidney Outlaw, another really well-timed shot.
He ain't it.
Against another guy who was put in the spot because it was a big fight or co-main event in Japan. And it was what it was. And it was coming off of him being on the other side of that well-timed shot against a guy who is a weight class smaller than him. And, I will say this. That was a terrible stoppage. And if I was Michael Chandler, I would still be going on about how he got robbed in that fight because that was a really bad stoppage against Pitbull for him to lose that lightweight belt. But yeah, let's talk about this. 18 fights in Michael Chandler since 2013. He's won 8 of them inside the distance, but he has lost 5 of those fights by getting knocked out, right? And this guy, he lost 2 of them. Sorry, he lost 3 of them by getting knocked out, 2 of them by decision. And that's against, Bellator, like not taking anything away from Bellator, but it's not the UFC. And Charles Oliveira is on a whole other level, and his striking might be why the line is the way that it is. The perceived notion on Chandler having the striking edge, it's just not. It's going to be a non-factor because I don't see it turning into the type of fight where Oliveira is going to let himself have his guard down and get knocked out like we saw Benson Henderson, Dan Hooker, and Sidney Outlaw, which is the lead up to how he's gotten to where he is now. That's pathetic. I'll be straight up honest. That's pathetic. And Charles Oliveira is going to win the belt. And this is this is one of those ones where I usually try to make it like a sneaky pick, like how the Luque pick was, but this is the I won't say the L word because it's far from the L word, but this is up there. I think though what's closer to the L word is the under, and the fight goes the distance. No, because I cannot see this fight going to decision. Charles Oliveira has 13 stoppage victories, the most submission victories in UFC history. And like I said, Michael Chandler has 8 stoppage victories in his last 16 fights. So someone's either going to sleep or they're getting tapped out here. And what do you think?
I think exactly what you think. I'm on Oliveira too. And I think the odds are it's a 5-round fight. Oliveira is a proven finisher at this point. We've seen Michael Chandler finished. When Michael Chandler loses, he usually gets finished. I'm with you all the way, Al. I literally don't really know what else I have to say. I think you pretty much covered it because that's exactly how I feel as well.